Learn code via video at Treehouse. Get a 30-day free trial by going through the link tree30.narok.com, which will be in the description. This first section talks about the document.ready block, which is a very common thing in jQuery scripts. But when it mentions that first, it doesn't really go into detail, so I'm going to be discussing that in a little more detail than what you get on the sidebar here. Say we don't use the document.ready block and we just have some basic jQuery here. What's going to happen is this jQuery is going to fire off right away before this HTML page even loads. So really what's going to happen is this jQuery is not going to do anything. It's not going to hide the div because it looks for the div, it doesn't see the div, and then after it's already done looking, that's when the HTML page actually loads this div. So that's why you need the document.ready block. It tells the jQuery to wait to look for the div until this whole HTML page is already loaded. And I'll put that block in real quick right here. And we'll see the div get hidden. The second part talks about functions. It mostly talks about being able to put functions within other functions. Click is a function that waits for clicks, just like ready is a function that waits for the HTML page to be loaded. And then within this click function, you can put another function which tells jQuery to do something after it sees a click. Like in this example, when we click this div, it's going to fade out slowly. So let's see it in action. Click on it, and it fades out. Now in part 3, we're going to be getting rid of jQueries for chumps in this list. We're going to be doing that with a variable called target. So I'm going to set that up real quick. And then we want to select the last list item in this ordered list. And the way to do that is you put OL space LI last child. And we'll see it disappear. There is also a colon between the LI and the last child. If you don't really know how to do this, you basically need to learn basic CSS or relearn basic CSS. You basically just have to get to the point where you realize that, we're working with an ordered list. It has 4 list items, and we need to get rid of the last list item, and that's called the last child. You don't necessarily have to memorize anything. You just have to internalize the concept of last child, because once you kind of understand that terminology, then it's easy to Google for the exact syntax you need. So now let's submit that. Wait, and it looks like it works. And we're moving on to the last part of this section. This last part just talks about how you can put a $sign in front of your variable name to help people that are reading your code quickly realize that they're dealing with a jQuery object. So yeah, in this exercise we're just making a simple variable with a $sign in the beginning. So we're making a variable called div and making it a jQuery object. And that's about it. So thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.